What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572, Return a Chance. Today's April 21st, 2023, and we're gonna hop on and do a quick market watch. So the first card we're gonna be talking about is Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, and that's only because it's getting new support. But I don't think the support is even gonna run this in their decks when we do get that new support. Every time we get support for a certain archetype, we get buyouts. So let's take a look at the ultra rare. It looks like the ultra rare was sitting under like $6 back in February and is now heading up to so that's basically $7.24 for lightly played, and that's 5 plus 8, that's $8.40 for unlimited. And we have our first lightly played first edition at $9.78, heading up to that $10 mark on the first page. That is crazy. Only 13 listings available on the market. But let me know what you guys think about Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts. I definitely think this card is going to come back down and you guys should stay away from it. But that's just my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel down in the comments. We talked about some of the gold price cards going up in price the last market watch we had. So now we're going to be taking a look at some of the punk stuff, because Gold Pride is played with Punk. Does use the Punk engine in their builds to make it more consistent. So let's take a look at Foxy Tune. The Foxy Tune looks like it did bounce back up. It was around like 22, I guess under $23 at the beginning of April, and it is now heading up to the seller's offline, right? Or else I'm gonna buy these right now. Yeah, that seller's offline, so it doesn't count. But we have copies starting at $33.99 with $1 shipping, so that's $34.99, $34.99, $35. Yeah, basically almost hitting that $40 mark on the first page. So that's a big price jump for Foxy Tune from what it was. I think this is getting a reprint soon, if I'm not mistaken. It should be getting a reprint this year, because I know Grand Creators is supposed to be getting a reprint. I know Rite of Armisia is getting like a 25th Century rare reprint in the new Battles of Legend, Brothers of Legend set that's coming out in a couple months. But we don't know if this is going to be in there. We don't even know if the Rite of Armisia is going to be in there as like a rare or something like that, if they're going to reprint it. All we know is that there is going to be like a 25th Century, quarter century rare in there. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But let's take a look at the Ogre Dance. Ogre Dance was sitting at like $7-ish at the beginning of April, and it looks like it did take a dip back up. It is now hitting that $9.98, $9.99, $10.50 with shipping, $10.73 right there on the first page. So yeah, these are starting to go up as well. And what else is important in the deck? Deer Note, I think you only run like one or two of these, but it looks like Deer Note was around like under $5 at the beginning of the month, and that one is kind of up in price. $5.50, $5.72, $5.85, $5.85, and heading up to that $6 mark on our first page with shipping. So not too much of a price increase for Deer Note, but yeah, Punk, Foxy Tune, and Ogre Dance are up in price. Looks like the Amazing Dragon is up in price a little bit too. These were at like $2.40 and are now at, that's $4 with shipping, that's $3.25 with shipping, that's $4.25 with shipping, that's $3.44. So I guess they've gone up by like $1. They're like between that $3 and $4 mark. And let's see, what else do we have? Anything else that's important in the engine? These are pretty cheap. These are under $1. I think you run like 3 of these to bring out with like emergency teleport, but they're still under $1. Let's see, Ogre Dance, Collective Rare, and then let's take a look at the Collective Rare Foxy Tune just for fun. It looks like it has been going up consistently since January. So these are now at $95, $95. Almost hitting that $100 mark on the first page with 18 listings available, and they were around like $54. So yeah, I'm not surprised, because it is the highest rarity, so this has a lower chance of going down if it does get a reprint later on. But let me know how you guys feel about the Punk cards down in the comments below. Exceed Encore, I probably should have mentioned earlier. Back when it was around like $5 to $6, I was able to pick up some copies of these, but I didn't really want to mention it because I didn't know how it was used to go against Purelease. I guess this doesn't really affect the monster, but it forces the player to detach materials from the Purely Exceed, which doesn't technically, affect the monster. So it does affect the Purely Exceed monster. I don't know how to explain it even better, but these ultra rare from the Mega Tins did go up in price. These were sitting around like $6-ish back in February and are now at the $15 mark. $16 shipping, 16.50, and heading up to that $20 mark on the first page, with only 8 listings available. And we do have super rares as well. Oh, no, never mind. I thought those were super rares. They're ultra rares. I guess they're original printing ultra rares then. My bad. I thought it had a super and an ultra rare, but I guess not. It has 2 ultra rare printings, one from the tins and then one from Judgment of the Light, which is the original printing. These were back in February. These are under $3, and they are now up to $25 right there with shipping, $26, $27 shipping, and $27, almost hitting that $30 mark on the first page with 9 listings available. In my opinion, though, I would stay away from these because they're really high up in price. There are better cards you could use, in my opinion. You could use like Kaiju to get rid of the Exceed, the purely Exceed. You could use this next card I'm gonna be talking about in a bit. But yeah, there are more options you could use. You don't really have to go for Exceed Encore. For right now to that purely Exceed. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know of any other techs you guys are thinking about using against the purely Exceed when they do come out here in a couple of weeks. But other than that, let's head on to the next card. The next card is Herald of the Abyss, which is kind of like Exceed Encore. It does go against the purely Exceed because it says pay 1,500 life points and declare 1 monster type and 1 attribute. Your opponent must send 1 face-up monster with the declared type and attribute from their field to the graveyard if possible. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate the effects monster with that sent monster name. So it does out the purely Exceed because it doesn't technically affect the monster. It makes your opponent do an action and send the purely monster to the graveyard if you call out the right type and attribute. So you could use this instead, which is the cheaper alternative, I guess the budget alternative. These were under $1 back in February and are now up to the price point of $4.50, $5, $5.75, $4.90 with shipping, $4.95, and yeah, basically around like the $5 mark. We have a couple walls here, so we have a bunch of copies available for this. And then I think we have a more budget version. Oh, we have a super rare. So this one was the one that we do have a super rare available for, not the Exceed Encore. So the super rares for these were around like 50 cents back in the beginning of April, and they are starting to get bought out because, like I said, it's another good tech and it's an affordable tech. These are at $220, $125, $293 with shipping, $220 with shipping, so around like $2 to $3 for these, which is not too bad instead of paying for that $20 price point for Exceed Encores. But let me know how you guys feel about Herald of the Abyss or Exceed Encore, and like I said, let me know down in the comments, and for everyone else to know what other techs you might be using against purely this next format. This one got a little bit crazy, so we took a look at this I think on Monday, or was it Saturday? I'm not sure when I did the market watch, but Scareclaw Reichart was under like $10 when we last looked at it, and it looks like now it's starting to head up to that $17 price point right there. $17.99, $17.99, $18.50, $19, and hitting that $20 mark on the first page with 37 listings available. And we also have the Light Heart, which we saw was around like $3-ish last Monday. No, was it Monday? Yeah, I don't remember what day it was, but we did take a look at it and it was around like $3. But it looks like now it's starting to hit that $3.74. So after these copies are gone, they start getting to that $569 price point, $570, $489, $489, so almost reaching that $5 price point. Only 40 listings available, which is a little bit more than what was available yesterday, because I took a look at these yesterday and there was like only like 20 listings available. So people are starting to list these more, but it looks like they're sticking to that $5 price point. Let me know how you guys feel about the Scareclaw. These 2 Scareclaw cards, the other ones aren't really going up, but I just wanted to bring these to your attention because they are higher up in price than what they were last time we looked at them. So I have an Edison deck that I took apart. I noticed that the Junk Archer I have was up in price for the ultra rare one. I remember buying it around like $10 to $15 last year when I put together a deck, but it looks like back in January it had a price point of like $20-ish, and it's been going up since. Looks like now our first lightly played first edition starts at $31.86, basically $33 with shipping, $33.50, $33.77, $33.95, and heading up to that $37.99 price point on the first page. Next, we also have the super rare. This one looks like it was around like under $16 back in January, and it has been going up. Currently, we have lightly played first edition at $22.99, and then they go up to $23.50, $24.99, $25.17 with shipping, and then heading up to that $27.92 price point on first page, with only 14 listings available on the market. So I think the reason for this because Edison format is pretty popular and people are just buying out cards to play that format. I think these could hold value for a bit until we probably get a speed duel set with these reprinted in there. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it could happen because Konami has been reprinting some cards in speed duel sets from older like sets, so they do have a possibility of getting reprinted. But I think for now you're kind of safe until we do get those reprints announced. But let me know how you guys feel about Junk Archer Dawn in the comments below. Relinquish Anima is just one of those good cards I wanted to bring up because back then this card used to be like around $10 for the Ultra Rare before it got its reprint. The Secret Rare right now, it looks like it has been going up a little bit. It was at like $1.50 back in, I guess, January, February, and it has been like going up and down, but mostly up. Right now, you could get copies of this card for like $2 shipping, $2.99, $2.99. $3.44, $3.45, $3.47, and $3.48. So it looks like they are going up a little bit. They are up to like that $3 price point now with shipping. And then we have the Ultra Rares, which is the original one with 51 listings available. Looks like these have been going up as well. If you take a look at the graph right there. 51 listings, like I said, $2.99, $2.99, $3.25, $3.40, $3.41, $2.99, $2.99, and $3.99 on the first page. So they are around like that $3 price point, and you might want to go in on it. I would get my copy sooner or later, at least get a play set just in case they do see play later on, because it has a good effect. Some people don't really pay attention to where like they put their monsters, and if you put a monster right in front of the extra monster zone, and if you have a level 1 monster you could link off, you could easily steer your opponent's monster with this card, because it says you could target one face-up monster this card points to, equip that face-up monster to this card. So some people just sleep on like Anima and don't pay attention to the columns, and if your opponent does summon a monster to that and right in front of the extra monster zone, you could easily steer your opponent with this card. So it might see some play, you never know. With Mathmex being popular in today's meta, it looks like Transcode Talker is starting to go up in price. A little bit, not too much, but it does have like that big curve right there. 68 listings on the market. Our first lightly played first edition starts at $2.25 with shipping. Then we have a wall right here with 22 copies at $1.45, and then $2.68 right there. That's damage. That's Marley. Near man, $2.95 with shipping. No, $3.95. $2.95 with shipping. $1.99, $1.99. And let's see what we have on the second page. So it looks like they're still like around that $2 price point, $2 to $3 price point on the second page, but it is something to take note of because it is the highest rarity, and Mathmex are pretty popular, and I don't think they're gonna get hit on our ban list. So this is gonna stick around, and more people might come in and buy these. But if you don't want to buy these, even though they are cheap, you do have a more budget friendly version, which is a rare one. These are under $1, so you don't have to worry about these going up in price. We have plenty of copies available on the market. But let me know how you guys feel about Transcode Talker. So with the new gold price support, we have Emergency Teleport going up in price because they do play 3 of these. And I want to take a look at the Secret Rare because it's technically the highest affordable rarity we have available. Looks like these were like under $15, around like $14 price point back at the end of March. And we have our first copy starting at $15.60 on the first page. Then they go to $15.73, $16.99, $16.99, $16.99, $16.99, and heading up to that $18.99 price point. So almost reaching that $20 price point on the second page. Let me know how you guys feel about Emergency Teleport. Do you guys think this Secret Rare could reach that $20 to $25 price point? Or do you think people are just going to settle for more budget options like the Ultra Rares that we have available? And we also have a rare available for my budget players if you want to go even more budget and spend like $1 on the place of these. But we do have the Ultimate and Collector Rare that are going up in price as well. But I don't really want to take a look at those because they're out of our price range. Which one do you guys think though is the highest rarity, Ultimate Rare or Collector Rare? Or which one do you guys like more? Just let me know down in the comments which one of these you guys like more. Back when I first started buying cards, Union Hanger was one of those first cards I bought. but I didn't know how to list on TCGPlayer during that time, so I didn't know how to get rid of them when they did hit like that high $10-11 price point. So I missed out on that. But I did buy these around like $2 to $3, but it looks like now they have started to go up a little bit, and only 26 listings available on the market. We have our first listing at $539, $540, $577, $578, $599, and almost hitting that $7 price point on the first page for these Battles of Legend of Secret Rares. Then we have the Speed Duel Secret Rares. These are at, well, they were around like $2 back in March, and we only have 27 listings of these available on the market. We have our first listing at $2. Then we have $451, $486. That's moderately, never mind. $399, $398, $319, $567, $570, $594, and $594 on the first page. So I guess reaching that $5 price point as well on the first page. I'm not really sure why they're going up. Maybe people are thinking about taking this and like, I would say no. I don't think super heavy samurais could run this, right? Yeah, I don't think they could run this, so I'm not really sure why it's going up. I'm just thinking maybe people want to test out ABC's next format. But that's just my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel, if you guys know why Union Hanger is going up in price. And the last card on today's Market Watch, and it probably wouldn't be a Market Watch if we didn't talk about it because everyone's talking about it, but Tyler the Great Warrior has finally gone up for auction on eBay, and it looks like, let's actually refresh this, and it looks like the current bidding for this card is at $156,800. That is crazy. I didn't think this was gonna hit the $100,000 mark, but it broke that $100,000 mark, and I guess it makes sense just because it's a one-of. We still have 8 days left on the market for this to for people to bid on this. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think this is gonna sell at. It is a one-of-one card, so no one else is gonna have it, but we'll be checking back on this every couple days and see how it's doing. But that's gonna be it for today's Market Watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Return of the Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.